Mr. the Fanboy, the most reckless force in all of YouTube today. Tonight's episode of TNA Impact was awesome. The show started off with an intense brawl from the knockouts. It started with Mickie James and Tara, then Madison Rayne, Sarita, and the Beautiful People got involved. Then Ric Flair and TNA security, Gunner and Murphy came out to break it up. Then Tara and Mickie James slap Ric Flair, and Ric Flair goes into a frenzy and announces a six-women's knockout tag team match for the night. The next segment has a trainer in trying to convince Eric Bischoff to not let Mr. Anderson wrestle with a concussion tonight. Bischoff rejects the trainer's request and tells him to leave. The next segment has the Pope in the ring with a casket. The Pope cuts a promo on Abyss, and he will put him in a casket. Abyss comes through the crowd and mocks the Pope and tells him that one by one, everyone who supports him will suffer. Then Abyss grabs two fans and runs off. The Pope rushes into the crowd and tries to save them. Next, Jeff Jarrett talks about tossing Joe off the stage and says he will face Joe at Turning Point. But tonight, he will eliminate Anderson next. Matt Morgan tries to talk to Ric Flair about Anderson's concussion, but Ric Flair rejects him and says Anderson will wrestle tonight. The first match of the night was the Jersey Street Fight between Jay Lethal and Robbie E. If Robbie E won, he would get an X Division title shot against Lethal at Turning Point. This was an awesome fight. Robbie E wins when Cookie sprays something in Jay Lethal's eyes, and Robbie E hits a net breaker on Jay Lethal for the win. Next match tonight, the Beautiful People are preparing for their match later on tonight. Velvet demands that Angelina Love and Sarita Angelina Love demands that Angelina Love let her have Sarita. Then she leaves, and then TNA's newest acquisition, April Hunter, appears behind her talking about fate. When Velvet returns to the locker room, she vanishes. Next, EV2 is in the ring. Tommy Dreamer tries to talk some sense into RVD's head, and tells him that they should stick together. But Raven and RVD get into it anyway, and EV2 tries to break them up. Then Fortune comes out and says that at Turning Point, it will be Fortune versus EV2, with the winner being able to fire one member of the team. Then Flair announces AJ Styles and Kazarian versus Raven and RVD, but then Doug Williams convinces Flair to let him wrestle, so it's AJ Styles and Doug Williams versus RVD and Raven. The next match of the night was the six-women's tag team match between Mickie James and the Beautiful People versus Sarita, Madison Rayne, and Tara. Awesome match here. The knockouts division is actually getting better. Sarita wins with a Tiger Bomb on Mickie James. Like I said before, awesome. The next match of the night was Generation Me versus Inc. versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Freaking awesome match here. The Guns win with the Skull and Bones. Team 3D comes out and puts over each tag team and asks the Machine Guns for one more match. The Machine Guns accept and put over Team 3D. Next segment has Matt Morgan trying to convince Eric Bischoff not to let Anderson wrestle tonight, but once again Bischoff rejects him. Next, we get a creepy, cryptic promo from Jeff Hardy. The next match of the night was RVD and Raven versus Douglas Williams and AJ Styles. Pretty good match here. AJ Styles tags himself in after Williams hits the knee drop on RVD and pins him. Doug Williams was angry that AJ Styles stole the win like that. The main event was Matt Morgan and Jeff Jarrett in a chain match after Jeff Jarrett insulted Matt Morgan and Anderson. This was an okay match. Morgan and Jeff Jarrett Jeff Jarrett wins with the stroke. My bad. Jeff Jarrett wins with the stroke. Fortune beats down Matt Morgan after the match. This was an awesome episode of TNA Impact because I'm Doug and I am the Prince of Phenomenal.